Hey, this is Michael Demond from the Help Desk, here today to give you a tutorial about Canva Code. I'm not a developer, I know nothing about writing in code, but I do know how to type a prompt into an AI tool and get what I need developed. Canva Code is exactly that. I was thinking of a way to make a calculator for my first 100K program. In this program, I teach people how to monetize their knowledge, and I thought it might be good if I could develop a calculator that would allow people to enter what it is they want to sell, how many they want to sell, and calculate their roadmap to their first $100,000. I remember watching Canva Create this year, 2025, and they talked about a coding app that allows people to be able to simply enter a prompt and develop an app. I decided to give it a try, and now I'm going to show you how it turned out. The purpose of me creating this app is to support my lead generation strategies. When people visit my website to look at my program for the first 100K, I wanted to have something interactive that was going to get them to start visualizing what it would be like to earn their first $100,000 using the knowledge that they already have. So this calculator was built using the roadmap that I would normally take people through when I'm coaching them, and just using like a paper PDF document. I have 4 different quadrants that I guide people through to think about how they want to bring revenue into their business. Those different quadrants include a membership product, a event product, a coaching product, and then also a educational product, which could be a course, could be a mastermind group, any of those types of things. But what I found is once you paint the picture for people and they can start visualizing their offers inside of this 100K roadmap formula, they start to get it and it feels more possible. In order to use the calculator, people will have to provide some information, and I'll receive that information by having them answer just a few questions about what it is that they do and who they are. Let me show you how I built the Knowledge Monetization Calculator using Canva Code, and then I'll take you to my website and I'll show you how I integrated it into my lead generation strategy. All right. Now, I do things like this on a regular basis for people who are members of my Help Desk membership. If you're someone who's doing business alone, you don't have tech support, you're not very techy, and sometimes you just want to get access to someone for strategy, tech support, getting ideas, just to do some brainstorming for your business, the Help Desk membership was created just for that. So you can go to help.michaeldemond.com, get access to my Help Desk membership, and this is just one of those types of things that I offer to my members that I just decided to make public this time, just so that I can share it with as many people as possible. So go to help.michaeldemond.com, get the Help Desk membership, and I'll be working with you as long as you're a member to provide that coaching and that support whenever you need it. All right, let's get into today's lesson. All right, so here I am at canva.com/AI code generator. All you have to do is search for Canva Code, and you will arrive at this website. I do have a Canva Pro account, but I'm not sure if they have a demo of this or allow you to try it. But most people I know nowadays are using Canva, so I highly recommend you get Canva, even if it involves paying for the Pro version, which is less than $20, and it's totally worth it. This is the AI code generator. And here you can get some examples about all the different things that you can do with it. They show you some examples on the left-hand side where all you have to do is type in a prompt. It'll code the thing that you asked for based on the prompt. I was able to watch the coding being done, and it developed the app right in front of my eyes. This whole process probably took less than 2-3 minutes. I'll show you what it generated, I'll show you the prompt, and then I'll show you how I published it. This was something that was quite interesting. So let's go back to Canva AI, and I still have my original prompt on here. You can see my original prompt. I said I want to make a calculator app for my website. The calculator will use my 100K roadmap method to show people how they could earn $100,000 in 12 months by monetizing their knowledge. That's all I put in. I didn't give it any more detail than that. It then recapped what I asked for, just to kind of summarize and make sure that there was a clear understanding, and it developed the app. Now, one of the things that I noticed with this is that it creates different versions. I do think that I'm scared to press it, but I'm going to press it. If I click version 1, I will go back to the first one. My whole chat history is here, so I believe I should be able to come back to this latest version, which is version 5. So it took me 5 versions to get to what I want. So let me just go back. I'm going to click version 1. I'm going to run a test with you. Okay. So the original one, version one, looked really good. I was really impressed. It had everything that I asked for and more. One of the things that I wanted to separate was sometimes people don't want to do all four of these different product types. So this grouped them: online course, coaching, membership, ebook, or guide, into one calculator. And what I wanted, it was the ability for people to turn off coaching if they don't want to do coaching, maybe just turn on two of the options. So I asked it to make some changes. That was maybe a version 3 or 4. Let's go back and see. I even lost my internet signal in the middle of this process, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna lose everything. All right, so version 5, what you can see different here is that the online courses here, coaching, all of these have toggle switches on them. So if a person only wants to do online courses to make $100,000, it shows them how much monthly revenue that is, as well as how much annual revenue that is. So if I want to adjust the price of my course, let's say to $1,230, and my goal was $100,000, this shows me with 5 monthly sales, I will generate $6,150 a month, $73,800 a year. Okay. This was a huge game changer for me, to be able to see that. So this allows people to be able to customize how they want to earn that income. Some people will look at this and they'll say, 5 sales, that's all I need. What happens if I do 10 or if I do 15? So you can just slide the calculator and look at that, 221,000. Maybe the price is too high and you want to offer it at a lower price. You can adjust it down and then it'll show you what that looks like. This is 55,000 right now based on a $306 price point and 15 sales. What if I also wanted to do like a community membership, sell that for $47 a month? And if I wanted to slide the calculator up until I reach 100, okay, it lets me know 100,200. So I would need 80 sales at $47 a month to generate that throughout a 12-month period. So that was impressive. I was pretty happy with that. The other thing that surprised me is there's a view the 12-month roadmap. There's another view here where it's a chart and it shows you how the income scales up as the year goes on. So starting from month 1, shows the different categories, shows the monthly revenue, the cumulative, and it keeps track. It also added key milestones. So in this example, it says launch your course in month 1, hit your 25,000 revenue. It just kind of gives people some guidelines. I was really happy to see that. Didn't expect that, didn't ask for that. The last thing that I thought was helpful was the action plan. I'd probably customize this a little bit more, but I think for lead generation purposes and just giving people something interactive to use on my website, I won't invest too much time in it. One of the things that I'm going to do, have a button here. It says build your 100K system. I did ask it to make this button clickable to one of my landing pages. So I'm going to demonstrate for you what this looks like on my website so that you can see it in its entirety. Okay, so let's go back and take a look at that. Now that was pretty impressive. Just with a simple prompt, I had to go maybe 5 different versions to make some edits to get what I really wanted. I was able to produce that calculator app. Now the next thing I want to show you is, okay, it generated it. How do you actually produce the app and get it integrated with your website? For this, they have you use whatever you develop in a design. Canva gave me a couple of options. One of them was a website. The other was a presentation. The reason I chose website is because I need this to be interactive. I need it to be clickable. I need it to have a link so that I can send people to it. Now, you do have to publish whatever app you develop on Canva, so it does not allow you to take that code and export it and host it somewhere else. You can host the code on Canva itself, and that's where Canva websites comes in. I was surprised to find out with Canva websites, I can use my domain name, but I put a subdomain in there, and then I'm able to link to the Canva website so people can use the calculator. So what I'm going to do is have ads running. I'll also have a button on my landing page so that if people see the ad or on my landing page and they click the button to calculate their earning, I'll take them to a pop-up form. And then the pop-up form is going to ask for name, email, phone, ask a couple questions about where they are as far as their level of expertise. And after they fill that information out and click submit, I'll redirect them to the calculator. Information that they provided will then come to me, and I'm going to show you all of this inside of this video. Then I have a new lead. It allows them to go ahead and look at the numbers, play around with the calculator. I'm going to recommend they take a screenshot so they can save it. I didn't see a way for them to be able to export or download what their results were. And I'll have another page on that Canva website that says, hey, now that you've calculated your earnings, let's build your system to support this. That's going to bring them back to me, back to my website, so that they can watch one more video about what services I provide in the 100K program and nurture them and get them to enroll. But don't forget, I still have their email and their phone number, so I can have automation running in the back end that's going to be nurturing them, even if they don't click on that landing page to come back and watch my next video. So that's pretty cool. This is a really, really creative way to use Canva Code inside of your lead generation strategy. I'm going to show you just a couple more things about how to publish to the website. Again, if you are somebody who wants to implement this, you can join the help desk membership. Just go to help.michaeldemond.com, get your help desk membership, and I can guide you through. Just schedule one of our sessions and I'll guide you through this process. All right. So let's go back to the video and let me show you how I published it using Canva websites. All right, we are back inside of Canva, and here you can see my app. If I want to interact with the app, I have to double click on it, and then I can move it around and look at the different pages. So it actually shows up in Canva as a design. I did find that you can't make any changes here, so I thought I'd be able to come in here and make text changes and move things around. I really can't. It's really all done in the coding. So if I did want to make any edits to this, I would have to go back to the window where I am doing the Canva code and ask for any changes that I made, and then they have a button up here that says using design, which will open it up in a design window similar to this. So I am going to also, as I mentioned, add another page. So now that it's in a design format, I can just click add another page, and I can design this page to look however I want. One of the things that I'm going to do is add, they give you the option to put links on the page if you want. So I think I'm going to put a link that says get started. And on the get started page, I'll have just a, hey, thank you for trying out the calculator. Click here to go back to the 100K website and have people do the next step on my platform. So I'll play around with that and see how that works out. Let me just click on this real quick just so you can see what it's like to preview. So I'm inside Canva. I'm going to hit preview. This is the calculator. It's interactive. They give me the option to view it on mobile, so it's pretty cool that it will be available on a mobile browser app, so I can see how it looks there and people can use it the same way. There's a button here where it says include navigation menu, so I could say like home page here, and page 2 will be that page where I give them directions and kind of do a branded page that brings them back to my website. So those are some of the things that I'm still going to develop here, but I wanted to just show you. If I were to publish this website, if you click on publish website, it's going to give you a little preview. Again, I can choose a domain that I already own. So I chose roadmap.michaeldemond.com, and then you can give it a subpath. So this is what comes after the .com/. So it'll be roadmap.michaeldemond.com/100K calculator, for example. Once I publish that, I've already done the work to connect my domain name here. I'll then get a link, and I have the link that I need to plug into my my funnel on my system. So I started working on my website, making these changes. I'll show you just a little bit on it. When people come to my page, I have a new section here called Calculate Your 100K Potential. I have a little preview of the calculator, and if they were to click on Calculate, this is where my lead generation form is going to pop up. Now, I did create a new form that asks a couple different questions, so I'll get their name, email, I can add their phone number, and I'm asking what best describes your current situation. Are they working full-time and exploring side income ideas? Have a business but need better system? This has allowed me to do a little bit of qualifying. I want to get a little bit of information just so that I can know who I'm talking to and what their scenario is, because that's going to help me when I do my nurturing on how to follow up with them. Once they fill that information out, let me just fill it out for you. I'm going to say that I am planning to start a business soon, and I can hit show me the value of my knowledge. So once they hit show me the value of the knowledge, the information that they gave me gets submitted, and then I get to take them to the website. Now, we got this because I didn't publish it just yet, my new version, but what that will do ideally is bring them to the calculator, the one that I'm showing you here in preview. So they'll see this on their computer, and then they'll be able to go through the whole entire calculator and figure all those numbers out. All right, so there it is. There's how I'm using Canva Code to support lead generation. Again, if this is something you want to learn how to do, go to help.michaeldemond.com. I'll put that link inside of the description and get a help desk membership. Help desk membership, I have 4 different days that I'm available for coaching sessions. Anybody who's a member can get access to that calendar and book sessions if they need some tech support. In addition to that, you'll get access to any of my virtual events that I host throughout the year. The admission to those events are going to be included in your membership as long as your membership is active. You'll also get access to my courses. I have a couple different marketing courses, templates, tools. All those things are going to live inside of that membership. All right. So I thank you for watching this video, and thank you for coming to the help desk.